Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Moon Knight, issue 191. All right, let's get started really quick with the story. Moon Knight has to fight off all these bad guys that are in the house with Marlene and his daughter, who he just finds out. Her name is Beatrice. She named herself Beatrice. I dig that. I like that. And, he has a couple of touching moments with her where he's like, I'm so proud of you, little girl. And just, all these little blah, 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 whatever things happen. At one point, he's fighting the sun god, and he's able to pull off his clothes with super speed before the guy can, follow up on his attack. And actually kick his burning pants off at the dude. So he's fighting in his underwear now. But after he does that and the dude is blind, he's not able to follow up with a thorough beatdown of the guy. Yeah. Anyway, at one point he goes and yells at Marlene, "Get out!" as he's rescuing his daughter. She doesn't. There's a sliding glass door right behind her. So many ways to get out of there. It would hurt if she jumped through it, sure. How hard is it to unlock a sliding glass door and run out if it's even locked? Like, just come on, man. Come on. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was open because didn't somebody just come through the sliding glass door recently? So, whatever, man. Anyway, whatever. Like, she should have gotten out. She should have been able to get out. Everybody was, for the most part, focused on him, not her. So, except for that one dude who's like, well, we're the guys who are willing to kill children. Do you need us to show you? But then they show that they're going to kill the kid anyway. This is, look, this comic started off fantastic. Okay, it started off fantastic. It started off with it being a mystery thriller where it was a little scary. The sun god dude was scary, And now everybody's reduced to comedy. Like, I mean, this particular comic, is more in the B level. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to go to B plus because it is still entertaining, but I feel like it's more that I'm still on a high from when this arc started, this new volume started, Look, we can't keep bringing Moon Knight back to comedy. We can't do that, okay? All the Moon Knights that everybody praises and loves, all of it is when he's being serious, all right? There was one time where people applauded that it was kind of silly, and it did involve him fighting in his underwear. And that was when he was holding up the building and he exited his exosuit and then continued beating up the bad guys who thought, oh, while he's holding up the building, I'm going to beat him up. That was like the one funny thing. So maybe they were kind of like, oh, well, let's do another underwear scene because people like that. Okay, I get it. But the whole book was literally just, oh, hey, Bushmaster's fat and he eats instead of doing drugs because he's a drug lord. So, hey, you got to keep some sense of stability here. And then Khonshu explained to all the other versions of Mark how, the sun god is kind of like Cthulhu. So they have a big picture of Cthulhu and suddenly it changes into what looks like popcorn. Like, just what am I reading here? What am I reading? This comic started off awesome and it's degrading into a comedy spectacle. And that's not what I want. That's not what I want. All right. They need to find a way to bring it back to being dark. I don't know how they're going to do it. It's not my job to speculate on how they should do it. I read comics. I don't write comics. Okay? Not yet. But the idea is I don't do it. I read it. So if I'm not getting it, good read to me, I'm not here to sit here and say, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. That's not my job. I'm a reader. But at the same time, as a reader, if I'm not interested in reading it anymore. So look, there's a reason why there's so many volumes of Moon Knight and still less than 200 issues out there. When you look at the Marvel Legacy renumbering, right? Let's not make this another trope. Let's keep this a really, pretty serious, like, because Moon Knight can have some comedy in it. I get it. But we got to have a lot more serious than comedy because nobody's going to take the character seriously otherwise. That's it for me. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.